Hello, welcome to today's show. Today is going to be about basically effeminate men. Let's do it.
It's showtime.
Just joking. So, first story. Before we go into the first story of the day, please subscribe, click the bell, thumb up the video, share it to your social media. Make sure you comment. If there's anything you want me to cover that you haven't seen covered on my channels, let me know. I'll consider it. Please and thank you. Rolling right into the first story of the day of this broadcast. And again, and also welcome to the Spade Show. Jada Pinkett Smith. She says the Oscar slap saved her marriage. No, what saved her marriage was understanding that she's not worthy. I'm just saying.
Flawless victory. Fatality.
She found out that she's not worthy. That's the name of her memoir, was Worthy. She did all she could to make sure that people knew about the book. She put down her husband, praised Tupac Shakur, fabricated that thing. She also talked about Chris Rock asking her out, allegedly. She put a lot of salacious stuff about other people in her memoir, but really not much about herself. I mean, she went into things about herself, but she has to understand that she's not that interesting because she hasn't worked on her craft. She hasn't really built up her resume like her husband and other people who are A-list celebrities. And she's not retired. So her putting out a memoir right now doesn't make sense. I'm willing to bet that later on she'll have another memoir after she does a whole bunch of mess and stuff concerning Will Smith. But she says the Oscar slap saved her marriage. No, here's more things that really saved her marriage, and that is the fact that her memoir was a flop. A flop.
Finish her.
And with the memoir being a flop, people did buy it. When it comes to a lot of people who are writers or authors rather, the publisher that they're working with, their agent, they will buy up the books pre-sale and even when it comes out, and they'll send the book for free to different people. And they do that to boost up sales, of course. And they also do it so that people will read the book and perhaps talk about it and give them free publicity. But people are saying, what a stupid book. What a stupid book. Completely not worth the money. After about 10 pages, I had had enough. These are a couple of the critiques of it. The point of this page, October 24th, it only gained 114 ratings and 64 reviews, which is not a lot for someone who should be at the level that she wants to be at. And people are also saying, I pre-ordered this book and I'm not the least bit disappointed. I've been a fan of Jada since her time on A Different World. This book gets to the heart of who she is and how she became that way as a black woman. This book is relatable. Very good read. Well, Jada wasn't trying to appeal to just black women. And to me, that's the reason why it was somewhat of a flop, is that Jada was gearing her media tour and just her whole thing of putting Will Smith under the bus. She was aiming at women who are in unhappy marriages. They're disgruntled from relationships. They're upset about different things. That's who she was targeting. And she has to understand that most people who are upset or unsatisfied, they will leave. And in leaving, they go and find happiness. Whereas Jada not only has revealed that her and Will Smith don't live together and live separate lives, but they're still married. And it's kind of like, for what? And we all know why that she's choosing to do that. And it's because she knows that without Will Smith on her arm, without being attached to Will Smith, she will not be worthy. Another thing, this is showbiz411.com, says, was it worth it? Jada Pinkett Smith sold 21,611 copies of the book that lays waste to her marriage. So was it worth it? No. She didn't accomplish what she wanted. She threw her husband under the bus. And she also threw herself under the bus in doing that. And she continues to be a laughing stock of the industry. Just a laughing stock. So we all know this about Jada at this point. It's no secret, okay? But the fact that Jada is saying that the Oscar slap saved her marriage. And Will Smith, he's been out and about being seen with a Jada Pinkett Smith lookalike, a body double, if you will, a stunt double. It just shows that he's sprung. He's more than likely in bliss. He's okay with everything going on. He's nothing but positive. There have been different videos that Jada's recorded of him that have been leaked that shows him upset that she started to record him without asking him was he ready when they were supposed to be doing a promo for somebody. There's a lot of that stuff going on, but so far Will Smith has not really said anything negative about Jada. He's been supportive. He's been dutiful. If you've heard stories of him cheating, if you've heard stories of him being unfaithful, having other women, there was that whole Margot Robbie thing, allegedly. That stuff is just like really, you hear it and then it's gone because you see how much he supports her for better or worse. And unfortunately, in him doing that, it's a good thing, but it's obvious that he's in an abusive relationship. Blink 2 times, Will Smith, if you want us to save you. Blink 2 times.
Simping activate.
And so Will Smith, even though he's an A-list celebrity, he's a multi-million-dollar moneymaker, of course, before the slap. Post-slap, he now needs Jada just as much as she needs him. So to me, that's the other aspect of the slap saving their marriage. It made it to where he can't leave, because if he leaves, where are he going to go? He may get a part in movies, but not many people want to work with him. Not many people respect him. It's just not looking good for Will Smith, not looking good for Jada Pinkett Smith. And as they get older and their stock declines because new blood is entering the entertainment game, Jada's taking an L, Will is taking an L, and together they're just loser, okay? So Will Smith, unfortunately, in this situation, you are the mammy, you are the mule, and you're just going to continue to ride off in obscurity until you leave this woman and know your worth.
I'm climbing up Mammy Mountain where I can save him. I'm climbing up Mammy Mountain so he can cheat on me. I don't mind if he calls me trash. He can even beat me. I'm climbing Mammy Mountain, Mammy Mountain. I'm a big mammy. He can cheat on me. He can beat me. I'm sad.
Yeah, so Will Smith is definitely the mammy in this marriage. And Jada Pinkett Smith says she and Will have been completely donezo by now, or would have been completely donezo before the slap. But the slap, which she's calling the holy slap, because so many positive things came after it. And let me translate. So Jada was a C-list, D-list celebrity. Will Smith was an A-list celebrity. You see them on the red carpet. You see them as far as interviews. People would want to talk to Will Smith. They would ignore her. But because of the Oscar slap lowering his stock, he's now been lowered to a C-list celebrity himself, a joke, a simp, all the above. So because his stock has been lowered, Jada now feels comfortable in her own skin because at her C and D list level, she no longer feels bad. And that's what the positives that came out of this slap.
Unfrickin' believable.
And that's the problem when you're dealing with people that don't really want to see you win. Anytime you obtain success or you get an award or an achievement, they're not there clapping. They're there just looking with a smirk on their face, hoping that they can turn this into a loss for you. And she looked at him, gave him a look, and she was able to convince him that even though they had not been together for a long time as far as husband and wife, they were just there for appearances, but the look that she gave Will Smith was enough for him to activate simp mode, get on stage, slap Chris Rock over a woman who was not his. Very sad. Very sad. Especially since I don't see any way that he can really bounce back from it, especially because he's going to be banned from attending the Oscars, probably even being banned from being nominated for an Oscar for at least 10 years. And that's 10 years of his life force gone, where he's going to be fading off into obscurity. If he goes the Nicolas Cage route and starts doing low budget movies to make money, I could see him kind of bouncing back and developing a cult following like Nicolas Cage. Is possible, but I don't think it's probable, simply because the only way he could achieve that is if he dumps the dead weight, and that is the dead weight of Jada Pinkett Smith. All right, so that's all for that one.
Finance manager, dad to 3 girls, 2 women. What kind of woman are you looking for now?
I mean, like a feminine woman. A lot of these women walking around being no limit soldiers and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Okay. Well, let's just be realistic. Not every woman is a part of the ratchet culture. Not everyone is a Suki Hana. Not everyone's a sexy red. Not everybody's one of those. However, there's a lot of men that are effeminate. They are metrosexual men. They're weak. They don't really go to the gym and build muscle and build strength. They're relying on their wallet or their dollar amount. You hear these guys when they talk, I got this business or these businesses. I got these houses. I got all this money. I make $500,000 a year. I'm king of the world. Well, you're king of the world, but you don't look and act like a king. Yeah, when you hear them talk, they're not really putting a baritone in their voice. When you see them, they're not really all that big. A lot of women that are considered like a size medium in clothes are the same size as these guys, and they're complaining that the women are not feminine enough, but it's just that you're so feminine that you make a lot of women who are, we'll just say, assertive, who are leaders, who are single moms, bosses. You just appear to make them more masculine because you're so soft. Yeah, I know that's not what you want to hear, but that's just the truth, okay? Take it from a guy who spent a lot of time in the military where it is hyper masculine. If you want to know about masculinity, you'll get it there. Now, I know some people are like, well, I'm from the hood, I'm from the street, I know about masculinity, so on and so forth. And it's like, yeah, you did back when you were a teenager, but as an adult man, adult woman, how often are you really in the hood? You more than likely go to work, go to school, then go home. You're just hanging around in your vehicle, maybe taking public transportation, but you're not really running the streets like you did when you were younger. Now, if you still are, okay, if you still are, and you're in and out of jail, you're a jailbird, and you're like, yeah, I'm about that life, well, I'm pretty sure that your criminal history, your criminal jacket, the fact that you're a former felon, all that stuff has prevented you economically. So you wouldn't really be in this conversation as well, because in addition to sounding masculine, being strong, you got to have the resources.
I mean, for real, I'm being honest. Like, I want a girly girl. That's what I'm looking for. Like I'll make them
Okay.
feel special
You
and
said
everything.
no limit. What does that mean, no limit
I mean, they
soldier?
acting hard, you know. They be walking around talking about gang, and all of that. Like I ain't, I don't got time for that.
Okay. Now,
Well, most women are not talking that way. So really, it's the places that you go to, those women are acting that way. And it's more than likely that the places you like to be at, you can't be in those places. Maybe you can't afford to be there. So you're kind of like in the middle. You can't afford to be in places where women are soft and feminine and it's more upscale. And yet you can't escape the places where women are going to be at, where they are masculine, they're rough, and they will slap you back if you slap them.
Don't make me laugh.
So I don't think the internet is a good place for someone like you, sir, because the internet is a contact sport. Social media is a contact sport. And with social media being a contact sport, saying that women are not soft enough and not feminine enough, people are going to be looking at you and be like, okay, what's wrong with you, as to how any woman can be so tough and so strong that you believe you can't handle them or you haven't been able to handle them.
what would you say to this? Because I've been having these conversations with some of my Black sisters, and some women feel like they're strong because they have to be strong.
I mean, yeah, but that ain't my problem though. That ain't my problem. Like, give me an opportunity to know you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the last guy did, that ain't my problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
He said it ain't his problem. He don't give a damn what you've been through. Come to him and be happy when he gets to you.
Yeah.
Does she have to look a certain way?
I agree with him on that. A woman shouldn't hold a man back or down if the previous guy or guys were jacked up. You know, get to know him first. But I'm willing to bet that women get to know him and they're like, you know what? You on the same fuck shit these last guys was on because you act just like him. And to me, I think that's what he's really getting at. Yeah. He wants to say I'm not like the last guys, but they're like, well, to me you are. And then he's like, well, the last guys were like this and like that. I'm not like it. And then when they find out that he is, now he's calling them No Limit Soldier. He's calling them all these names. And then he's, probably saying the whole fit, feminine, friendly and all that stuff.
Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty open, you know what I'm saying? I like my BBWs, I like all the women. So, I ain't afraid to, you know what I'm saying, get a woman or whatever like that,
Okay.
I pretty much had all the flavors and stuff, so
Okay.
pretty open.
He said he had all the flavors, child. Now, Albert, someone told me to ask one of the cousins in the comment section. Let me actually get the name because they be thinking I lie when I ask cousin questions. So cousin Lila said, Kendra, ask him if he's looking for a relationship or a fling.
I mean, I'm looking for a relationship, if it happens, but I'm not rushing to anything, but I mean, I'm definitely.
If it happens, that's a red flag. It should be, yes, I'm looking for a relationship that leads to marriage. So does he have to say that it's going to lead to marriage? If he leads with that, he means it. If he doesn't use the M word, he more than likely is looking to date and hook up until he's ready to move on and he's done.
Oh my God! I'm open for a relationship.
Ladies, if you get to know Albert, don't have sex with him unless you're in a relationship. Don't give him none. Don't give him none.
Right.
This is the one where I'm gonna tell you right. I'm gonna tell you in advance because you're attractive. They said that when you first came on, and so sorry about that. My phone just shut off on its own, child. But let me say this to you, Albert. What I was saying is, Albert. Okay, let me ask you this question. When's the last time you was in a relationship?
About 4 years ago.
Was that with your child's mom?
Red flag. So you better tell me you've been walking around, going to Walmart, going to different places, bumping into women, and none of them were attractive enough for you to ask them on a date. 4 years? No, what's been going on is for 4 years he's been pumping and dumping, smashing and dashing, beat ski delete. A lot of people come on these dating shows because they're trying to boast their social media. They're not really looking for an actual relationship. Because it's almost impossible to be out and about and to bump into women who are attractive and not shoot your shot, and some of them be like, yeah, I'll take you out. Especially as we get older and the women get older, a lot of them are looking to settle down, looking to be wives, all that stuff. And you might say, well, this person's not wife material, that person's not wife material, and I got that. But this dude said 4 years. Dude said 4 years, y'all.
No.
Right, 4 years is a long time to meet a bunch of people who are no limit soldiers. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
Now, when's the last time you was intimate with someone? You don't have to answer.
Like shit, probably last month.
Facts. See, okay, I believe him on that. With that, he's being honest. Okay, with that, he's being honest. But with him being honest, that means he more than likely is playing games, because if he was serious about, let's say, settling down, dating with the possibility of marriage and all that, he wouldn't be messing with people to have relations with them and waste time with that and risk attachment by himself or the other person. If he was serious about actually being in a relationship that was meaningful. That was meaningful.
Sex with me so amazing.
And that's the problem. That's the problem. People are they're living life, having fun, but then when they come to you, they say that they want to be on some serious stuff, but not really.
Women be giving it to you without relationships. And ladies, don't give it to them if you want a relationship, because Albert used to get in it without relationships. And what happened, this is what Albert going to do. Let's just see
I do
how
want a
things
relationship.
go. This is what you want?
I do want a relationship. I'm ready for a relationship.
Would you have sex before you're in a relationship?
It depends. I mean,
Right then and there. You see, Kendra, she's kind of giving him the signals that she finds him attractive, but she's also giving the signal that she knows that he's full of crap.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
I mean, if it happens, cool, but I ain't gonna push the issue.
I know all the lines.
If it happens, cool. Exactly. Yep. Yep. If it happens, cool. If it don't happen, cool. You'll be like, okay, hey, we've been having sex, we've been hanging out, we've been feeling each other. What's up on a relationship? I'm just not ready. And then you realize that you've been a plaything.
And another one gone, and another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Yeah.
The lines.
I mean, I ain't gonna push the issue.
Let me tell you all the lines that they be saying, ladies. If it happens, then cool. Why we gotta define ourselves? Like, let's just have fun. Life too short. Why you gotta have restrictions? I mean, let's just go with the flow. Let's just. I'm here, ain't I? I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I want to be here, I would.
Got him!
Yeah, he was hoping to come on the show his face, talk a good game, build up his social media platform, and then get some women to fill in his Slow Tuesday. He didn't know that Kendra was going to call him out like this. He didn't know, but he knows now.
Game over.
I wouldn't be here, but I'm here. I'm with you. So what's the problem? Why you making a problem out of nothing? You happy, right?
Right.
We're enjoying each other, right?
Right.
You gotta put a title on stuff. Let's just live.
I'm not. I don't do that. I don't do that.
You see how he's smiling? Yeah, he does it. He knows, like, okay, she's calling out all the game. She's calling out all the BS. She got me. Let me add some more. Some more would be, oh, well, why you pressuring me? You acting insecure. You acting jealous. You making a molehill out of nothing. You worried about little stuff. Yep, we've heard all the lines, heard it all before. All about making people into playthings and placeholders.
What? What the fuck?
Yep. Heard it all before.
Simping activate.
Yep. That's it. That's the reason why he was laughing like he was. and you know, ladies and also gentlemen, you all have to be able to spot these tricksters, people telling half-truths, lies, misleading information. That's a part of the vetting process, is to kind of go through and kiss a bunch of frogs to understand what royalty is not. And when you get more wise and you get more seasoned, you'll be able to spot these things spot these people a million miles away, and you'll avoid being in situations where you're investing your time, maybe even your money and energy into something, and all it means is just to waste your time.
Slayer.
Yep. All right, moving on. So Tyrese, that Tyrese, the guy that was with Samantha Love. Samantha Love's the YouTuber who gives advice to men to basically tell men to avoid women like her, and she's the one that had him on the internet's crying. So Tyrese Gibson explains how men feel in society today. Really, this is how he feels in society today.
Men out here killing themselves, they tear us down when we don't communicate and express our thoughts and feelings and sentiments or our vulnerabilities. And
okay.
As soon as we talk and express our thoughts and vulnerabilities,
right,
we get our ass beat and get torn down for that too.
Emotional damage.
Well, just like with Samantha Love, Tyrese is kind of telling half the story. Let's fill in the rest. So what he's not saying is that when you go in with an agenda such as your colorist, or you go in hoping to pedestalize someone, make them into a trophy wife, you want them to be in a box, and they don't want to be in the box you put them in, yeah, you are going to be setting yourself up for failure. And with setting yourself up for failure and not seeing the signs, ignoring the red flags because you like the way she looks, you're going to be setting yourself up for failure. Yep. And so there are some men that feel like that in today's society. They want to lead with their wallet, and then they're upset when the wallet gets taken from them. Or they want to lead with the fact that they're successful, and then their success gets taken from them. It's just like, if you really want to understand how people work, go to a strip club. And I know what you're thinking. A strip club, why would I go there?
Based liberal.
And I'm go to a strip club, sit in the corner, and just see how men and women interact with each other. So men who are kind of like leading with their wallets, leading with whatever, they're going to be the tricks. And then the women who are transactional in nature, who are 304s but don't identify as 304s, they're going to be on the hunt. So you got two people hunting each other, trying to take advantage of the other. And you'll see these men throwing money around, waving money around, waving their jewelry, showing their jewelry, showing themselves off, whispering in ears, letting the women sit on their laps, making a bunch of promises. And guess what? At the end of the paper chase, everything you had will be erased.
Game over.
And the same thing for the women. The women will be talking to these guys, flirting, postulating, putting themselves out there, trying to get a quote-unquote high-value man, a man of their dreams. And then at the end of the paper chase, everything she had will be erased. Both of them will be taking each other out. Yep. Because nobody really wants to get to know anybody these days. Nobody really wants to get to know anyone. They want to pretend like they want something meaningful, but what they really want to do is they want to find someone they can control, someone they can put into a box, someone they can use as a utility, and it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. Because for both Tyrese and Samantha Love wanted a guy who was going to fund and finance her dreams and leave her alone and not tell her what to do. And Tyrese turned out to be the dude who could fund and finance her dreams, but tell her what to do. And she decided to escape while he was out of the country on work, and she even took down the security cameras and turned off the security system so he couldn't see her making a run for it. Okay, that's what she did. That's what she did while giving advice. Yeah, so that's what she did. But then on the flip side, Tyrese wanted a trophy wife, a woman who was going to sit at the house and not do anything and wait on his beck and call and be there for him when he got home from quote unquote work, even though he's talking to and messing with other women. He wanted her to bust down on command, not knowing that she would want a life for herself. And you got two people using each other, and now they're giving bad advice on the internet. Bad data goes in, bad data comes out. It is what it is.
And another one gone, and another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey.
All right, I could do this all day. Moving on. Oh, this woman reveals the difference. We'll find out if she's telling the truth. A woman reveals the difference between a secure and an insecure man. Let's hear her out.
And what happens is they select wisely. They select a woman, and if she's doing behavior that's not good and they can't accept, they remove themselves. What insecure men will do is select poorly and then almost shake her to be better, like keep begging her. And that's why women start to call a man insecure, because you don't like a lot of me, but you can't leave me. So that makes you insecure. Whereas a secure man, you don't like a lot of me, you leave me. So we don't call that guy insecure. We call the guy that keeps blowing up our phone, knowing that we're going to go out every weekend, keeps shouting and screaming every time we post a bikini picture, but will still be with me and still pay for dinner and all that stuff. So that's the guy we call insecure, the one that can't let go. I find it so bizarre that women will post bikini pictures and then get mad if their man likes a bikini picture. You are contributing to the same problem that you see in your relationship. You are fueling that same fire in either somebody else's relationship or your own. You are creating the same men that you don't like. The ones that are tapping like on your pictures, you're creating that as well when you're posting like that. So I think if a woman posts bikini pictures but then gets mad at you for liking them, she's got a narcissistic element that you need to kind of see as a red flag.
Wow. She's right. She's right. I had this problem, like a lot of you all probably have had, and that is trying to make someone into something they are not. Making someone into something and someone that they're not. And that's the problem. You have to take someone as is, and you have to learn, okay, you know what? Having a discussion with them after you discover stuff, it's not worth it. It's best to just move on. But what a lot of you all will do, and I was there once, is you'll try to negotiate with her. You'll try to reason with her. You'll try to rationalize with her. And basically, all she wants to do is be left alone.
Don't save her. She
right.
Don't wanna be saved. Don't save her. She don't wanna be saved. Don't save her.
Right, you can't save her. You can't save her from herself. You can't save him from himself. You have to take people as is, and you have to learn to move on when you see stuff you don't like. But what we do, and I'm including myself in this as well, is we'll see quote unquote red flags or things we don't like, and we'll say, okay, the person is more valuable to me than these flaws or these issues, so I'm going to stay with them. And then the flaws and issues build up, and you try to talk to him. He or she is saying you're insecure, you're jealous, you're making a mountain out of a molehill, you're bothering me, you're coming to me with the same thing over and over and over again. And it turns into basically you are willfully ignorant. You're ignoring the fact that you are with who you're with, and there's somebody for everybody, and the person you're with is not meant for you.
That was sus.
I mean, and that's just what it is. There's a lot of people, they're trying to force relationships. They're trying to force happiness. They're trying to have someone be someone and something that they're not. And it just never ends well. Usually it ends in someone cheating. It ends in someone abandoning the other person, or it ends in someone becoming unalived, or just simply domestic violence. There's a lot of negatives that come with not understanding that, you know what, sometimes the problem is me. Sometimes the problem is me. So it's healthy to understand the problem is you. Pack up, move on, because she's right. An insecure man and an insecure woman will stay and try to negotiate stuff instead of letting the other person be who they are and be who they be, even if it means that they are going to be who they are and be who they be without you. Point blank, period. All right, moving on. So, the Faith Factor and I, we actually went to a comedy club where this guy was at. And the name of the comedy club was, I had it wrote down. I thought I had it wrote down. But it was in Phoenix, Arizona. He was okay. Nothing really stood out about him. Yeah, it was Stand Up Live. It was next to Copper Blues in the Cityscape area in Phoenix, Arizona. And so he had a Netflix special. And people heard a joke that he had. And basically the joke was talking about he doesn't like how women are using astrology to determine their life, and the mistakes and choices they've made is what has them going through what they're going through, nothing dealing with astrology or the planets. And he mentioned that if a planet like Neptune has more rings than you have, or that you're getting, the problem isn't with the planets, it's with you. And then someone off of a TikTok was sent his stuff as far as the jokes that he made. And the TikToker, her name is Bunny Hede. Hopefully I'm saying her name right. And so Bunny showed the clip, the astrology bit, to her 6-year-old son. And the son's reply was that actually it's Saturn that has the rings. It's more visible too. That's what her son said to correct Matt. And so a lot of people took it as a joke. But when it comes to comedians these days, comedians are all about pushing the envelope, going too far. And so Matt added, the child added, and you're mean to girls too. And that's somewhat in response to Matt's domestic violence jokes. Because again, a lot of comedians, it's almost like they pride themselves in not really being funny, but being offensive, where people who, let's just say, support what they're joking about will find it funny. It's a weird thing. And so he left a comment on Instagram saying, Jupiter also has a ring. Oh, and Santa Claus isn't real. Your mom buys you presents with the money she makes on OnlyFans. Good luck. Wow.
Killing spree. Killing frenzy.
Yeah, so Bunny did not think that it was cool. She thought that he was taking things too far. And she said Matt just can't accept the fact that people may like women for their personalities, and was being misogynistic, saying that he was being misogynistic. And here's her bit.
My wife has decided to start beef with my 6-year-old child online. Yeah, you heard me correctly. My 6-year-old child online. So my name is Bunny Hidea. If you don't know me, Hidea means gift, and this is my gift to you. Reading Matt Rife to Phil. Like Matt, I have a full female audience online. Although I like mine. I don't want them, man. You can keep them. Please. I will gladly take your audience because we know you can't satisfy them anyways. This is his comedy special, which, if that's what we're calling comedy, the things he said that weren't even funny were posted on TikTok, and I started being tagged in them because everyone knows that my son is like a genius and he's really into space. I fiercely protect my child online. I'm not a family channel. People know his name, they know he likes space, they know he likes Minecraft, and that's pretty much it. Most people do not know any personal details about my child. And because of that, and because I have such a large audience, when I see people in person and when people see space clips, they tag me in them because they know that that's what he likes. This is the video that I posted.
Nothing to do with the stars, man. Just because Jupiter has a ring and you don't, doesn't mean...
It's Saturn has rings, and it has more also, and you're mean to girls.
I am not the type of content creator that usually talks about other people or other things for views. I focus my content only on me because guess what, Matt? I'm interesting enough on my own. But I also
So on this, I got to side with Matt on this, and that is, when it comes to comedy, if you don't like the comedy show, get up and leave. If you don't have thick skin, don't go to the front or second row of a comedy show. Point blank, period. Really, if it's a small area, don't even really be visible to the front, to the stage, because the comedian could pick on you, okay? And I'm not saying that Matt Rife is the best comedian in the world. I will say that it's not for everybody, and with it not being for everybody, if you don't like it, then just let it go. So the fact that people tagged Matt Rife to this TikToker, the fact that they tagged him and he responded, she did not have to really show her son the comedy bit. She could have looked more into his comedy, and Matt responded the way he responded. I'm pretty sure she didn't tell her son what the response was. She took it personally. And there's a lot of people on social media, they got thin skin. They got thin skin, and they will somewhat jump out of their box or jump off their social media page and try to check someone, try to correct someone, when in fact, they got to check themselves. Because again, when Faith and I went to go see Matt Rife, nothing really stood out about him. He was okay. He was decent. He's got a Netflix special right now, okay? So he had to be good enough to get a Netflix special, because there's a lot of comedians that want a Netflix special. And that's why I'm siding with him, because I do think that comedians, even though they do go too far with a lot of stuff, even though they push the envelope, I'm not really a fan of comedy specials or comedy clubs myself, but they have a right to produce the content that they want to produce. We shouldn't tell people what to do or how to do what they do. We should just click off or leave it alone if we don't like it. And, that's just my thoughts on that. And I think she really wasn't tagged in something, because just because someone talks about outer space, they're not going to really tag her. I think what it was, she saw the comedy special. I think she saw the comedy special on Netflix. This is all alleged. I don't know. I think she saw the comedy special on Netflix, and she wanted to somewhat, we'll just say, put down Matt Rife and give him a jab using her son. I don't think she really was tagged in it, and she just showed her son it, and he just had this smart remark. And that's the other aspect. That's the other aspect. No, I have my stuff muted. That's the other aspect. The second thing I'm going to say, and the reason why I'm riding with Matt Rife on this and I'm picking a side, is because what I don't like are adults who are content creators who use their children as a part of their content, especially if it's to put someone down. I don't think we should be using the kids at all. And the fact that she had her son on her TikTok, which is her choice, but she almost used her son to take a jab at Matt, who's a grown man. You can't be upset when the grown man takes a jab back. I experienced this stuff in real life where somebody will have a baby in their hands and they'll play like the baby is punching you. And you're like, what are you doing? And they'll put like the baby's foot in your face. I know what you're thinking. This has probably never happened to you, but it's happened to me. I'm speaking my truth. I'm speaking my truth. And so they'll have the baby in their hands and they'll have the baby's foot go to your face like the baby's kicking you, put the baby's hand in your face like they're punching you, and they expect you just to take it. And then when you do something back, now they're upset. Stop touching my child. Stop hitting my child. And it's like, well, no. Stop using your child, and your child will not be involved in whatever you want to do. Just do it yourself. So I think that Bunny should not have used her son to take a jab at Matt, because again, social media, comedy, everything's a contact sport. And if you don't want your 6-year-old to be involved, don't have him involved. That's pretty much it. Yeah, so she's acting like she's all innocent. She received so many tags. No, what I think what it is that Matt, he takes a lot of jabs at women, and her channel more than likely, like she said, is for women, and she defends women. So any man who critiques and criticizes women, she takes jabs at, and they probably sent her the clip for her to respond to Matt, not for her son and her to respond to Matt. So yeah, a lot of that. And right now his YouTube channel has 1 million followers on. I just looked at it like a few minutes ago. He's gotten way more successful from when we saw him at Stand Up Live. That was in Phoenix, Arizona. It's right next to Copper Blues, a really good venue. That's in Cityscape. He's come up a long way. Everyone should go follow him and check him out on YouTube. So yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Man explains why men and women can't be friends.
Having guy friends.
That's absolutely unacceptable. I don't think that men and women can be friends.
What if it was a guy she knew before she met you?
No way, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Is it no way she can't text or call them, or is it just no way she can't hang out with them?
I'll put it to you this way. I don't ever tell a woman what she can and can't do. However, if she does certain things, I'm no longer with her, if that makes sense.
So where do you draw the line?
If he's not your brother or your cousin or your father or your uncle, then you shouldn't have any communication with him, you know? Unless it's a coworker and it's only at work. You see what I'm saying? I think that men, we know what men want. You know, some women like to say, oh, I don't look at men that way. He's just my friend. And a lot of women also like to say, you need to be a little bit more secure, a little bit more confident. You need to trust your woman more. And it has nothing to do with trust. It has more so to do with our body.
Wow. They say he's just a friend. They say he's just a friend. Wow. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, they'll say you're being insecure, you're being jealous, you're this, you're that. And I agree with him that, you know, kind of go into the previous story that I talked about as far as what a secure man is.
Secure men, what happens is they select wisely. They select a woman, and if she's doing behavior that's not good and they can't accept, they remove themselves. What insecure men will do is select poorly and then almost shake her to be better, like keep begging her. And that's
right. So, and what he's saying is right, is that...
How do you feel about your girl having...
When it boils down to it, that's his stance as far as he believes that men and women can't be friends. I wouldn't want to be with someone and she's got these male friends, former boyfriends, guys she talks to on the phone, texts and stuff. And the reason being is because in addition to that, they're not really her family, like the guy laid out in the video, but this is somebody who may be friends with her or talking to her, and they're trying to backdoor their way into being with her through the quote unquote friend zone. It's possible. And it's just with this guy being this friend, if he's not trying to be cool with you and her, it's more than likely he's trying to backdoor his way to her. And if you and your woman have a problem, she might defer to him and ask him his advice when dealing with you. And the advice is not going to be good because he really wants you all to break up and not be together. So, like the woman was saying that I just showed, a secure man is going to see something that he wants or doesn't want. If he doesn't want that and doesn't want it the way it is, he should remove himself and leave. I don't believe in a man telling a woman who she should be friends with or what she should do with her time and her body and all that. I think that he should take a stance. Hey, I don't want to be with a woman that has male friends. And if she has male friends, remove yourself. Point blank, period. And like the woman was saying, an insecure man will try to convince her, negotiate with her, threaten her, or even force her to do something she doesn't want to do. And it just doesn't work out for the best. It doesn't work out for the best at all. And that kind of is going to go into this next story. Okay. In the same vein, how an Air Force major, dude was an 04 in the Air Force. Air Force has the same rank system like the Army and the Marines. This guy was a major. He was one rank above me when I got out. And this guy, he unalived his wife.
Flawless victory. Fatality.
All right, so I'm not going to bore you with the whole story. I'll just give you the cliff notes. So this is Andreen in front of you, Andreen McDonald. She's from Jamaica. Her husband, Andrew, is from Jamaica. And so Andrew was a captain in the Air Force. That's the rank I had before I got out. He was a captain in the Air Force. He went to Jamaica for a funeral. He met Andreen. They hit it off. They have a 10-year difference between them. He's older. So Andreen's dream was to come to America, and it came true at age 19. He was 29. And so he was a native of Jamaica, Air Force captain. And so they relocated to America, to San Antonio, Texas, and everything was great. Andrew, he financed and funded her dreams by selling his BMW and also draining out his 401k, and selling his BMW and liquidating his 401k. He was able to fund and finance her business, which is it was like a home health business that she had. And so everything was good. It was all good until Andrew found out about a dude named Aubin, who Andreen had been dating when she was a teenager. When Andreen went back to Jamaica on a philanthropy thing, she linked up with Aubin as far as, like, I guess hanging out for lunch or whatever, or maybe they even had something else going on. But according to investigators, the two rekindled their romance in 2017 during one of her trips to the island. So, yes, Andreen started cheating with the dude who she basically was with in high school. Same age, rekindled it. All right, rekindled it. Somehow, Andrew found out. Okay. Somehow Andrew found out. And he was upset about it. And there's text messages that were found where he basically was threatening Andreen. And Andreen said, hey, if you keep this up, she was threatening divorce. She says, I don't care if you get a divorce. You brought Aubin into our life. That's what he said. Okay. And then one day, Andreen's friends in Texas, they didn't see her. People started looking for her and asking about her. She was missing, and that's when it became an investigation. And investigators deduced that Andrew unalived Andreen over jealousy.
Killing spree, killing frenzy.
And so, if your thinking is, well, she shouldn't have been cheating, you're right. If you're also thinking, despite the cheating, she didn't deserve to be harmed or unalived, you're also right. Both ways of thinking, both are right. I'm unfortunately going to have to side with Andreen on this, that she was cheating. Andrew found out. He should have divorced her, left the marriage. He should have understood that what he had was no longer there. But what an insecure man will say is, or what he'll think is, that, okay, I sold my BMW, I liquidated my 401k, that was my retirement. I did all this to help you out, and this is how you repay me. And it doesn't matter, because you did it because this was your wife and you love her. Even though she did betray you, that doesn't give you the right to hurt her, unalive her. You should still just leave the marriage. And I know you're thinking, well, hold up, Spade. What about her? What about her accountability? And unfortunately, when it comes to relationships and marriage, you're taking a risk with someone. And that risk also involves that they may pass away for whatever reason, or they may be unfaithful or betray you. And if it happens, you got to be able to take a breath and move on instead of doing the unthinkable, because you end up hurting not just her and her family, but you also hurt any children that you have with each other. And she's no longer with us. Andrew's freedom is gone. People knew something was going. So people knew that he had to be involved, because he was going about his day-to-day activities like nothing happened, and he was acting too normal. And most of the time when somebody's going through mental anguish from someone cheating on them, when they unalive the other person, the reason why they're able to act normal is because they're relieved that they no longer have to deal with the cheating, with the snooping and all that. And it's unfortunate. So he threw away his whole Air Force career as a major in 2004. Not everybody makes major, okay? I decided to get out as a captain. I was done. I was happy with everything I did while I was enlisted in the Army, and then crossed over and became a commissioned officer. I was happy with myself. Unfortunately, this guy who was a major was not happy. He threw everything away, including his wife, over jealousy and the fact that she cheated. I know what you're all thinking. Well, hold up, Spade. If she cheated, why aren't you holding her accountable?
Simping activate.
And we are holding her accountable. It's just that because she's no longer with us, there's not really much we can say as far as her part. I think that it would have been better for him to go through divorce court and possibly sue her civilly if he wanted to get some stuff back. Who knows what his options would have been had he have talked to a lawyer about his options. But the point is that he didn't want to move on. He was an insecure man. He was trying to hold on to something that wasn't there. And he should have taken a page out of this guy's book and just understood that, hey, if she's doing what you don't want her to do, leave her alone, move on. She's a woman in a marriage with you. She's not your wife. She's a woman in a relationship with you. She's not your woman. That's pretty much it. Case closed. And that's pretty much all I got for that.
Pull out some money though. Pull out some money though. Pull out some money though, nigga. Bitch ass nigga, pull out some money. Pull up. I hit you in your goddamn head, nigga. Pull out some money, nigga. I hit you in your goddamn head. Pussy ass nigga. Hit you in your goddamn head. Pussy ass nigga.
Put me mask out.
All right, so Charleston White, he's a comedian slash social media personality. He's known for talking crap to people and daring them to pull up on him when he does shows. Somebody pulled up. Yeah. Somebody pulled up. He needs better security. I've heard from DJ Academics, shout out to him, that Charleston White uses his homeboys as security. He needs people who are more professional. And I mean, I think a lot of venues are going to no longer want Charleston White to come since he's inciting a riot. Everybody knows that you got to have thick skin to go to a comedy show. You got to have thick skin. I will say this much. A lot of comedians, they're no longer really doing comedy. They're kind of like talking crap to people in the audience, talking crap to people online. It's not really comedy or really funny anymore. It's just more of a, I'm going to roast you in the audience and roast you and roast you and roast you until I'm tired and move on to someone else. And it doesn't really, it's not really comedy, but this is what people come to see. They like to see people get roasted, dragged, and all that, and drilled, if you will. And that's just what people like to see. That is the new comedy. But see, with a lot of people rushing the stage after the Will Smith Oscar slap, a lot of comedians who used to be able to say whatever they wanted and go unscathed, people are now rushing the stage. So yeah, and Charleston White, he ended up throwing the roses that they gave him. He threw the microphone, ran and grabbed the chair, and they still got him down.
You suck.
Charleston White, you had the high ground. Just like with Star Wars Episode 3, Obi-Wan Kenobi was telling Anakin Skywalker, don't jump, I have the high ground. Anakin jumped, he got sliced in half. Charleston White, you had the high ground, you're on stage. How do you throw the bouquet of roses? How do you throw the bouquet of roses? And you threw the microphone. You had the high ground to kick them and keep them off stage. How do they get on stage, rush you, and then are able to get you down even though you had access to weapons, okay? You decided to do a WWE type of promo on the stage. He picked up the flowers. He picked up the flowers, threatened to throw the flowers. People are like, dude comes up, boom. He threw the flowers. Okay. Dude's getting on stage. He's waiting on him. Throw the mic at him. Dude is still coming like a linebacker. He picks up a chair and then somebody comes and rushes him from his blind spot. Charleston White. A lot of people have said Charleston White, he won with this because he got paid and he's, we'll just say, trending the internet. But to me, he took a loss because if you're on stage, you should be kicking while someone's climbing on stage, you should be kicking them off. It's real easy to do a Spartan kick and kick this person off. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Like, all right, watch this.
K.O. K.O.
Okay, you see how that Spartan kick was? That's what Charleston White should have done to kick the dude off stage. The fact that, and I don't condone violence. I'm not condoning violence. We're just doing somewhat of play-by-play and poking fun now that it's all over with and everybody's safe. Charleston White should have done a Spartan kick and kicked him off stage instead of letting the guy get on stage and someone being able to put hands and paws on him. The fact that Charleston White had the high ground, okay, he had the high ground like he's Obi-Wan Kenobi, and people were able to get past all of the things that he was throwing at him, like it's WWE, and actually get him on the ground, shows that Charleston White took an L on this. He took an L. And everywhere else Charleston White is scheduled to go to or that he books, people are going to be like, you know what? Charleston White really can't fight. Because the way I saw it, when someone rushed him and they got him to the ground, Charleston White didn't put up a fight. He went down easily. I mean, look, he went down very easily. Because see, Charleston White, he's a little dude. He's a little dude. The next, besides getting professional security, what another thing that he should be getting is he needs to get into the gym and build up at least his leg muscles, because he's got to get those Spartan kicks down. He's got to get the Spartan kicks down. Look, he needs to be just like this. KO. It doesn't make any sense for you to be on a stage. You're on a stage. You have the high ground. Some people have to climb to get up. You should be able to look everywhere, especially once you threw that plant, sir. Once you threw that plant, that was it. Look, he picks up the plant. He dares him to come up. He dares him. I wish you would come up. He's talking crap. Boom. See, once you did that, okay, once you threw that plant, you knew that they were going to bring the business. You knew they were going to bring the business. And what he does, he backs up from the stage. He backs up from the stage thinking that security that the venue was providing was going to save him and have his back. Charleston White. No. Everybody knows that house security, their job is to protect the building, protect the owner, protect the staff, and to get rid of people. But if you're inciting a riot, they're gonna let you all duke it out for a little bit until someone gets down or y'all get tired. Okay? So Charleston White throws the plant. He backs up, hoping that security will be like a Kevin Samuels defense force, a Team Fatty defense force, a Cynthia G defense force. You get the gist. He's hoping that he'll have a defense force as opposed to doing this. KO. So he backs up, hoping that someone will fight his battle for him. The answer is no. You got to fight your own battle. Look, you see how long it took for dude to get on stage? He throws the mic and dude's still coming. Boom! Catch it from the side. Boom! That's it. See, Charleston White, he's never played football, and you could tell he's never played Madden as a quarterback. Everybody knows that when you're at the line of scrimmage, you're a QB. As soon as you hike that ball, you got to look left, you got to look right, or you're getting sacked. Charleston White, that's why you got sacked. You got sacked because you didn't look to your left. You were assuming that only one person was going to have smoke for you, not understanding that sometimes people come with an entourage. There's usually 3 linebackers. You were looking at one. The one you weren't looking at is the one that took you out, and that's why you took this L. That's why you took this L. So yeah, Charleston White took the L. People are saying in the comment section, he deserved it. What's your problem with the Lakers? I mean, so the only people who really got a win with this will probably be the Lakers. People will probably go out and buy that jersey so they could do a recreate next time Charleston White comes into town. So Leakers TV says Charleston White and his right-hand man, Dewberry, were attacked while on stage during one of his comedy shows. No. Charleston White got stomped down. He got sacked. Just like with the Colorado Buffalo in college football, they don't have an offensive line to protect their quarterback, Deion Sanders' son, and Charleston White's the same way. Right, he ran like a straight hoe and had to pick up every object he could to get his hands on along the way. Then they trashed him. So he picked up stuff and it still didn't help him. This is what was supposed to happen. KO. See, you're supposed to give them that Spartan kick if you have the high grounds and keep it and be done with it. So you got to get in the gym, Charleston White. You got to get in the gym. You got to get professional security, and you got to keep your head on a swivel, sir. You got to keep your head on a swivel, and for that reason, Charleston White, he took this L. He took the L. Yep. Charleston White took an L.
I ain't got a scratch on me. Ain't nothing swole on me. And I'm sitting here counting them nigga money. Say nigga, I'm sitting here counting them bitch ass nigga money without a scratch on me, nigga.
I mean, they probably was beating down your chest. Pull your shirt up. Let's see your chest. Pull your shirt up. Let us see the rest of your body. Okay. So yeah, he's happy that he got his money. He got paid. No scratch on his face. Let's see your chest. Let's see the rest of your body. You probably right now bleeding. You know, they probably, went after your chest and your arms and stuff. But Charleston White and his followers are saying this was a win for him. They're saying this right here was a win. I don't see any win here. There's no win. You're on stage. You have the high ground. It's your show. All eyes on you. You're talking big stuff on stage. You look like you're 100 pounds, soaking wet. You're up there strutting around, peacocking. Somebody's like, what, really? Okay, you want this smoke? You want this smoke? Yeah, I want this smoke. Yeah, I want this smoke. I wish you would pull up. He got the Kobe Bryant jersey on. He's ready. He got the Mamba mentality. People are trying to pull back the dude with the Kobe Bryant jersey on. He pulling his pants up. Boom! He gets hit. Game on. Charleston White backs up. He backs up. Boom! Hit him with the mic. Hit him with the mic. He's ready with the chair. Boom! Quarterback sack. Man down. Man down. Yeah, this was definitely an L. But Charleston White and company claim this is a win because he got paid and no scratch on his face. I think you need to go with your staff to review the footage. Review the footage because this definitely was not a game winner. This was definitely an L. Yep. Moving on.
A woman that you want to take serious and a woman you just kind of want to have fun with, just for a good time.
It's what she presents. A woman who respects herself.
Right.
A woman who's not looking for all these other niggas' eyes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Submissive.
Yeah, a submissive woman.
Okay.
A woman who was raised with a marriage background.
Family oriented. My parents been married for 28 years.
Yes, family oriented.
Y'all see what she doing, right? Everything that he's saying, she's like, yep. My parents were married for all these years. See, Boosie's not realizing it, but Big Girl is shooting her shot. Big Girl is shooting her shot. Yeah, she's shooting her shot. But he's so into her leading him to what the answers are, he's not picking up what she's putting down.
Yes, and I want the same thing.
Mm-hmm. See, I want this same thing. I want the same thing. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep, she's like, I want this same thing, Daddy. I want this same thing. Okay, keep going. We'll call her Peaches.
Most women who didn't have that won't be good wives.
Say it again. Say it one more time.
Most women who did.
He's got his own mic, and she leans forward to give him an extra mic. Okay? I ain't mad at you, Peaches. Shoot your shot.
And have that won't be good wives.
And they won't. They won't. If they didn't have that background, they don't know nothing about it.
Yep, gotta have that background.
Those the ones who will leave you the first time you cheat. Because they daddy left their mama the first time she cheated. The woman who gonna stick around. I like the woman who go through one nigga for 3-4 years. That's what I like.
Say it.
Who go back and get a heart broke. Them the strong women. I don't like the woman who, as soon as you cheat, you on to the next. That's me.
You see how she wasn't really chiming in, but she's with it. Boosie, she's with it. She's with it. She says, you can cheat on me all you want. Boosie, you can cheat on me, you can beat on me, I'm gonna be here for you, Daddy.
I'm climbing up Mammy Mountain where I can save him. I'm climbing up Mammy Mountain so he can cheat on me. I don't mind if he calls me trash. He can even beat me. I'm climbing. Mammy Mountain. Mammy Mountain. I'm a big mammy. He can cheat on me. He can beat me. I'm sad.
Yeah, so Peaches is on Mammy Mountain. She's hoping that Boosie pick her, not knowing that Boosie's not checking for you. He ain't checking for you, so she wasted all of that. She wasted all of that. So Boosie says he loves a woman that could withstand being cheated on. I love a woman who keeps coming back after getting her heart broken. Damn the strong women. Peaches. He want a strong woman. You say you a strong woman. I wish this would have continued on and he would have asked her, are you that woman? And she'd be like, yeah, I'm that woman. I'm that strong woman.
What? What the fuck?
I'm that strong woman, daddy. I'm that strong woman. But, it cut off because I'm pretty sure she no longer wanted to do the whole fake femininity. She saw Boosie. She wants to get with him. She sees the chain, the watch, the money. She wants him to come save her, and she's like, nah, I'm not saving nothing. I'm not saving nothing. And a lot of women, this is how y'all are. Let's do this. I'm not manosphere, but I'm going to just put it out there that a lot of you women will see a guy who you like, and we'll just throw out some generic stuff. He's 6'3", athletic build with a six-pack, dark skin, everything you all like. He'll talk like this, and because you want to get with him, even though he's talking like this, you'll be like, yep, this is me, yep, yep. And then you're wondering why you get played. I mean, he's saying that he wants a woman who will be cheated on, who will be ran through just a whole bunch of stuff, and nah, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. All right, so chat is asking, are you playing video? Because all I see is the overlay. No, this is me talking. I'm not playing anymore. So, yeah. And this is what you all women will see. This is what you all will see. You all will hear what he says, see what's going on, and you'll be like, I want him so bad that I will accept being a mammy. And then all of a sudden, when he moves on to the next, or you've had enough, now all of a sudden you all are like, this dude did me so wrong. I had no idea. No, you had it. You had an idea. You had an idea. You just chose to pick wrong as opposed to picking yourself. Yeah, you all chose to pick wrong. Chose to pick wrong. You guys chose to pick wrong. And then when he leaves, you all are going to be like, well, okay, you know what, daddy, come on back. I'll do right this time. I'll let you cheat in peace. Yep, and then you're kicked to the curb. Then you're kicked to the curb. And yeah. Yep. So she was in full mammy mode. She was wanting to be picked, but she ended up getting picked apart by myself. And if Boosie were to accept her and be like, yeah, we can kick it or whatever, he's going to beat, skeet, delete, smash and dash, pump and dump. And she's going to be wondering why it didn't work out. Well, he's telling you why it didn't work out. And it's because what he wanted was a plaything, and you were wanting to do more than be a toy and be played with. So that's pretty much it on that. Moving on.
We could sit and ponder and talk and think about all these ways that Black Americans have been disadvantaged, which is true. But let me tell you why today Black Americans will never advance. We not only accept mediocrity in our community, we applaud it, we encourage it, and we celebrate it. Now, when I'm telling black women to stop accepting crumbs of being a baby mother, because being a baby mother off rip is going to be a struggle, not only for you, but for your fatherless child, I get pushback on that. Why am I getting pushback for telling a black woman that it's not a positive to be a baby mother? Are y'all okay? Black Americans too often have the rhetoric of, well, if it makes them happy, I mean, who am I to, we got to let them be whatever makes them happy. Black Americans chase what makes them happy instead of chasing a purpose. I know that as a black woman in this country, my purpose is to advance my group. So yes, I'm...
Okay, sounds good. But the mistake that a lot of women make who are trying to improve women, help women be better, is you're going to women who are doing this. You're going to women who are doing this. And you're telling them, do better, be better. Don't do that, girl. Don't be a single mom. Don't be buck wild. Don't live. But she's already, quote unquote, having fun. You're going to women who are having fun, doing what they want to do, and telling her, don't do this thing that you're doing. Don't do it. But guess what?
Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her.
Right. She doesn't want to be saved.
Tell y'all why black Americans...
They don't want to be saved. You want her to stop doing this. Stop being a thought. Stop being a 304. Do better. Focus on your business. Focus on your purpose. Focus on yourself. Focus on your kids. Focus. Do better. And she's like, no, I'm having fun right now. I'm having fun. That's like you going into a bar and telling people to stop drinking, stop getting drunk. They're in the bar to drink. They're in the bar to have fun. She's on the dance floor, bussing down. She's at his house, bussing down. She wants him. She likes him. She's trying to get Boosie. And she's going to say yes to everything that he says that's goofy because she wants Boosie.
Finish her.
So you can't say that. You can't say don't get with her, don't do this, don't do that, when she's doing what she wants to do to have fun. And that's what we got to realize, is that people are doing what they want to do. They're not trying to listen to you because they don't want to be you and be like you. They don't want to be you. They don't want to be like you. If they're doing this, they want to do this. Okay? If they're doing this, they want to do this. You're trying to save those who don't want to be saved, and that's the problem. That's the problem. That is the ultimate problem, is trying to save someone who does not want to be saved.
So yes, I'm going to tell black women, stop having children out of wedlock. What are you doing? You're going out bad. You look crazy as hell. Yes, I'm going to say that, because we too often will go to a black unwed single mother's baby shower and bring the baby shower meatballs and clap. Meanwhile, the baby father nowhere to be around. But when little Johnny turns 13, picks up a gun and joins a gang, we're like, oh my gosh, what happened? Well, you were just applauding the single motherhood that probably resulted in the gang violence. Now, am I saying that every single mother and every child of a single mother gets into gangs or becomes a negative statistic? No, but we...
Yeah, I mean, it's real easy that after your son becomes Lil Yummy to say you're applauding Lil Yummy. You can't do it at that point, because it's too late. Once someone's kid becomes a thug, yeah. Once someone's son does something negative and gets incarcerated, takes a dirt nap, becomes Lil Yummy or whatever, by that point it's too late. A lot of times moms can't really see their child being something negative until it's too late. And it's easy to point the finger. You should have chose better. He should have chose better. You shouldn't have done this, shouldn't have done that. A lot of decisions that are made are actually outside of our control. And not trying to take accountability away, but there's a whole system in place that's rigged. Someone who grows up in the ghetto and they're used to doing ghetto stuff, they're used to doing hood stuff, they're seeing the environment, or they're growing up in the environment, they become a product of the environment. And you could try to talk to her and say, don't do this, don't do that. But this is what she's always seen. Everyone around her has done this, or everyone around her has done that. So in them doing this and doing that, that's what they know.
I'm going to tell black.
That's what they know. And you can't just unprogram them overnight. A lot of times, some people, they don't learn the stove is hot until they put their hand up there and get burned. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. But it's still good to present that message to people who are young, because you will reach and save some. You just can't reach and save the majority, because the game is rigged. You got the media, movies, television, social media. You got all these different places or different avenues that are promoting negative things to black women. And all you can really do is focus on the onesies and twosies you can affect and take victories when you can get them. Yep. Moving on. So Cardi B, believe it or not, she says she's ditching dead weight and has unfollowed Offset on social media again. I know. We've heard it all before, but apparently there's a rumor going around that Offset allegedly smashed Christian rock. That's what the rumor is. So if that is, let's just say there's something to it, and this rumor has gained legs, and this is TMZ, by the way. I'm not saying TMZ doesn't produce lies, but TMZ is not going to publish something that's not trending as far as what's going around on these social media or entertainment streets. So that could be the reason why Cardi B has unfollowed Offset. Maybe she may refollow him. People get mad on Monday, and then by Friday you see them with the same person they said they were done with. It happens. I think that Cardi B and Offset are going to be together in 2024. This is just the same song and dance that we've been seeing, because out of all the stuff Offset has done, out of all the stuff we've seen Offset do, we know Cardi B is not leaving him.
Got him! Got him!
And it's her choice if she wants to stay or not. It's her choice. It's funny because the women that he allegedly cheats on her with, they have not had any cosmetic surgery. A lot of times they look phenotypically different. And he even has slid into the DMs of Cardi B's enemies, fans, and some of her friends. And she has stayed. So what would make her want to leave now? Who knows? I think what would make Cardi B have enough to where she's like, I'm done, is if Offset got somebody pregnant. I think that's the only way, because Cardi B has been the biggest mammy, okay? She'll talk crap to this person, talk crap to that person, but she will get back with Offset after a public thing with the blogs, and she'll be right back in mammy mode, ready to carry her man to his finish line and his destiny.
I'm climbing up Mammy Mountain where I can save him. I'm climbing up Mammy Mountain so he can cheat on me. I don't mind if he calls me trash. He can even beat me. I'm climbing. Mammy Mountain, Mammy Mountain. I'm a big mammy. He can cheat on me. He can beat me. I'm sad.
Yeah, so Cardi B, historically has been in mammy mode. She said she's ditching dead weight. She's unfollowed Offset. I don't think this is anything. She says she's made a New Year's resolution. The dead weight could be a different management team. The dead weight could be fake friends. The dead weight could be anything. But the fact that she has not specifically said that she's done with Offset, the fact that she hasn't filed for divorce, I think this is all about attention. She may have found out about something or heard something and she's lashing out. Who knows? But she says that she's taking that S to the effing heart. And she's vowed to make adjustments to her music career and personal life, pointing out that she knows where she wants to be. And is more than likely going to be right back with Offset like she's been. This was her stories saying, you know, when you just outgrow relationships, I'm tired of protecting people's feelings. I got to put myself first. I'm telling you, 2024, she's going to be back with him, and she's not going to want anyone to ask her questions about this. She's going to tell people to move on, nothing to see here, stop bothering her, this and that, blah, 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 blah. All right, so, yeah. All right, so what do you think? Let me know in the comment section your thoughts. Thumbs up the video. Share to your social media, subscribe, click the notification bell. I am Spade. Thanks for watching. Go forth, do great things, and I'm out. Peace.